What's cracking? Czaleo knows it all. Up live in this motherfucker. What's cracking? Your dog, Czaleo. Welcome. Episode 50. Czaleo knows it all. The big 5-0. We freaking did it. What's cracking? How you feeling? No trip. Hank's feeling good. Getting his audio together. We're feeling good, man. We're happy to have you all here. What's cracking, everybody out there watching on the YouTubes, on the Instagram Live, man. We're fucking mad thankful. Man, dog, so much to talk about going on in this crazy-ass world, man. But, dog, I'm happy to make it to 50, dog. How you feel about making it 50, Hank?
Man, I'm feeling excited, man. Blessed, excited. I'm glad how all this shit has panned out. All this shit turned out. Everybody DMing me is saying the studio and the audio and what's going on, and we're still trying to get it together, fellas.
Dope, man. All right, man. So, fuck, dog.
Appreciate everybody checking in. It's just excited, man. Thank you.
Thank you, man, to everybody checking in. Thank you so much. Everybody that shows love, man. We super appreciate you, man. We're gonna get some people some time to get in here, man. No rush today. We're gonna go as long as it has to go, man. Cause like I said, there's a lot to talk about, Hank. And I guess the number one thing, man, like you know what? If you're watching on the YouTube, man, like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend, right? If you're watching on the live, what's cracking? I hope you guys are good, man. But yeah, man, let me see. The number one thing right now, I guess, politically speaking, Hank, did you get a chance, dog? But have you been seeing, dog, that fool, where's he at, dog? Robert F. Kennedy, dog. He's been getting around, dog. Have you seen him?
There you go. Yeah, I've seen him.
I guess that my rant of the day, man, that I usually get into, dog, right here is he's special, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a Trump guy, right? But this guy right here, he might give people hope, dog. Like, just like the idea or the thought of a Kennedy in the White House. We all know what the Kennedys mean to America, dog, right? The Kennedys represent something. Like I always say, dog, it's all mafia and shit, right? The Kennedys are a mafia that got wiped out and shit, right? Their mafia couldn't hang, dog. You know what I'm saying? But just the thought of him, right? Because another theory that I always tell you, dog, is that I really believe that the United States ended when they shot Kennedy, dog. You know what I'm saying? This new Kennedy era, dog, is like after they shot Kennedy, this new mafia took over that. Yeah, I watch the show called Tinfoil Hat a lot. Shout out to Sam Tripoli, XG. Shout out. On the show called Tinfoil Hat, but other stuff that I had seen too, dog. Like I really think that, the CIA fools, Bush and those fools, they, Kennedy went against. He wanted to shut down the CIA, dog. He wanted to shut down intelligence, just like Trump, dog. You know what I'm saying? And once he wanted to shut those fools down, he let it know he's not gonna have their back. They're the ones who came and got him, dog. You know what I'm saying? And ever since then, dog, it's been like Clinton. He just made the Democrats into Republicans, right? It's been like that war machine, the neocons, right, and the neoliberals, dog. So he just made that giant war machine, dog. So, I guess, dog, in my opinion, it's just a trip, dog. It's after they killed Kennedy, dog. It's we've had the Bush plan, and then Reagan. They tried to kill Reagan the first 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? But he survived those fools, dog, and then
he did, yeah.
Took over. Second, dog, and then but also Clinton and Bush, the fools are homies, dog. You know what I'm saying? The fools been running drugs and shit out of Arkansas for years, dog. And then I think Obama just was one of them, dog. So long story short, dog, the idea of having a Kennedy, dog, is just exciting, dog.
Whoa.
It's just all bad, guys. Hold on a second.
My bad. You good? I just dropped it right here. I didn't even tell you I had it there. Oh, my bad, bro. I know you had it right there.
Yeah. But see, look, just the idea of a Kennedy, man, is super exciting, dog. I think it's something that gives people hope. I think the shit he's talking about is dope, dog. Have you noticed he's a trip, dog, because he's like an old school Democrat, He's against big pharma, you know what I'm saying? Which that shows you another thing that I feel changed, man. Like before, back in when we were growing up, dog, Democrats were like the enemies of big pharma, dog. But ever since Clinton got in there, everybody's friends with everybody, right? All the big industries and shit, right? So Kennedy, he's just a trip to me, dog. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Kennedy, he gives people a lot of hope, dog. And like I said, I like Trump, dog, but I'll settle for Robert F. Kennedy, dog. Has anybody else out here heard him speak, dog? Is anybody else getting excited about him? Have you heard people in your circles talk about him?
I haven't. You know, what I was gonna say, I haven't heard.
Chacho,
I haven't heard too much of his commentary to know, like, you know what I'm saying. Like, I know where he comes from, and I know what that means, and I know, you know, but I haven't heard him speak. I've heard him in just a small little, you know,
small little clips and shit.
Yeah, I haven't seen him like
on
address.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I'm interested in knowing, man, because of his legacy.
Yeah, man. You know, if we can get a, you know, it's almost like then it makes me feel like, are they playing us? Like, oh, Kennedy, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's over. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because to be honest, I think Trump and because they're actually kind of like Kennedy and Trump. You know that part of remember a big part of that of the what was that shit called, the Trump the big thing, what was it called, QAnon? They were talking about how Kennedy was gonna come back to life and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Remember? That was some bullshit, right? But interesting stuff, dog. So Robert F. Kennedy, dog, Jr., right? His uncle was JFK and his dad was RFK, right? They both got there. So he also got balls, dog, like going out there and speaking. You know, but they've also been mad blackballing him, dog. Like he did an interview with Jordan Peterson, and they got taken down. A lot of the things that he did in the past with like Theo Von, this comedian, they also took it down. They're flagging people, right? So this is what I'm thinking they're gonna do, dog. And this is what I hope happens. I hope that because RFK is dope. He's official. He's a real Democrat. He wants to. I feel like the people are gonna really like him, and then the Democrats are gonna do him like they did Bernie, and not really let him compete and win. And I'm hoping that this time the Democrats realize that they're getting fucked. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna fucking go for RFK. They're gonna think RFK, right? And then they're gonna go for Trump. But I doubt it. Another part of me thinks that they're trying to fucking sink Biden and Trump. They're trying to not have neither of them fools run. You know what I'm saying? That's another part. I don't know though, dog. So it's all interesting stuff, man. Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you guys are checking out the political candidates, man. This dude, RFK, he's an interesting cat, man. I say, give him a chance, man, and I hope the Democrats actually let him run, man. To let you know, like I said, I'm not hardcore anything, man. I like Trump because I feel like he's an agent of change. But if that doesn't work, RFK seems like he'll work too, man. So we'll see what's up, man. All right, big dog, we'll move on, man. A ver qué onda. A ver, the promise of a Kennedy, man. All right, dog. Speaking of that, dog, but it's also some bullshit. So now they got Trump on the bullshit charges, right? And right now they got Hunter Biden, but he keep playing guilty, but it's a bunch of bullshit. It's like a bunch of little small shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, dog. So I saw dog. You know what I'm saying? And Andrew Tate, dog, they arrested him officially.
Yes, seen it. I did see that.
They're really going after that fool, man. It's huge.
Him and his brother.
Oh, dog. And they got him on that. Dude, like, it doesn't make sense, dog. Bro, if you were a billion, if you were like a multi-millionaire, dog, why would you need to traffic women, dog? You know what I'm saying? They don't have no, you know what I'm saying? What they were saying, dog, because here's the thing, dog, that even though they're in Romania is still a country in the EU. You know what I'm saying? So the EU is still the European Union. They have laws. You know what I'm saying? And eventually they're going to have like some backwards country. They can do whatever they want. At the end of the day, it's still part of the EU. Right? But they're going to stretch this shit out until they try to get evidence. But when the evidence comes out, it's supposed to not, they feel confident that he's going to be good off of what. Hopefully they're cool, man.
Hold on.
What else is going on in the news, man? We were talking about this the other day, bro. You saw that shit about the everybody out here in LA, man. We're an LA-based show, man. Be careful out there, dog. It's wild out there. I got that. You heard about the LA sheriffs? Yeah, dog. Like, here's it goes. The LA sheriff's dog department will no longer detain people for theft, drug use, vandalism, and battery in LA County, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, dog. Cool. Yeah, man. So be careful out there, man. If you're in LA County and shit, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of wild people out there, man. So watch yourself, man.
That's crazy because even batteries are thing. Batteries are running that you go. So batteries are beat down.
Yeah, dog. So you can whoop somebody else around and you won't get arrested. Yeah. Does that go for domestic battery too? You think? Fuck, who knows, dog? It's just wild out there, dog. Right now, it feels like it's like fucking. almost like a setup, dog, like the Purge. People keep saying it's about to be the Purge and shit, dogs. Watch out, ladies and gentlemen. Keep your head in a swivel out there. A ver qué más, loco. La Selecta, dog. I saw him today, dog. I was supposed to wake up at 4 in the morning. I didn't. I woke up at 6 in the morning, dog, and I woke up just on time to see them tie, dog. They tied against South Korea. The Copa de Oro's coming up, dog. It should be interesting because right now Mexico's really down, dog. USA is competing, dog. Selecta's looking good, man. So that should be some exciting stuff, dog. I'm gonna catch that with my kids for sure. Dog, did you see bro? Did you see that that Biden sent that fool fucking his Secretary of State to China? Dog, he sent him, dog, and that fool pretty much said that Taiwan like is one country with China. You know what I'm saying? Like going up there already, like giving up the ass and shit, dog. So not looking good. You know, they said that he opened up. You know, he told he didn't give up. He didn't say that Taiwan didn't exist. You know, he just said that he believed in one China. You know, but it's scary shit, dog, that we have to go up there and battle those fools, dog. You know what I'm saying? With the USA, dog, it shouldn't be that way, man. So, está jodido, papá. A ver, ¿qué más? Do you know? Have you been using that chat GPT shit, though?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'm on that shit. Yeah.
What do you do?
Just ask it whatever you want. Let's see. Ask it whatever you want, and it gives you instructions.
Okay.
Let's do a lot of examples.
All right, let's do it, dog. A ver qué onda. AC's busted in the building today, ladies, folks. Excuse me, I'm a little sweaty today. We're talking about Chat GPT, man. Anybody been using it? We haven't been using it, dog. Oh, you know what? Actually, no. I did log in an account. But I mean, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? It gave me instructions and shit, but is it really taking over the world like people said?
I don't think it's taking over the world. I do see that it can help you. It's beneficial. Like you could get more, like it's for more out of your, more of the internet. You're more. You can ask it to do anything, like in something you're not really familiar with, and it'll do it. And then from there, you can, I just feel like I'm trying to find something.
You know what? I
think you can ask it to do an English, right? So I know that it'll give you like for me, I see it like if you're drawing on blanks or shit like that, or you're just interested in knowing shit, it'll give you all that information. Trying to see. All right, hold on. Let's do some serial rapper. Let's do something like this.
All right, let's see what's up.
Write a rap song of episode 50. Mention the name Czaleo. How he's the dopest podcast, taking over the internet, taking over the world on YouTube.
That's gonna do it?
Explain that he is from Los Angeles and grew up in Inglewood.
Damn.
I didn't catch the last part. Hold on. No, let's just make it easier. You know what? Let's interpret everything. Right. Write a rap song about episode 50. Mention the name Czaleo. How he's the dopest podcaster.
We're gonna write a rap song on ChatGPT. See how that shit works. Anybody been using it out there, man? What do you guys use it for?
Mention today's date.
How could you use it?
Check this out. All right, you read that. Read that to you. See that?
Yeah, I see it.
All right, I'm gonna hit send.
Send, okay. All right, dog.
Look how it's writing.
It's writing a verse about Czaleo, dog. Yo, it's episode 50. We made it to the top. Czaleo on the mic. I'm never gonna stop. It's June 21st, 2023. We're making history. Talking about the world is no mystery. Damn, dog. This is crazy, dog. They keep scoring, dog. You're gonna, of course, Czaleo. Damn, dog. No, dude, the dopest podcaster in the game, bringing you the news. Never gonna be the same. Episode 50, a milestone we've achieved. Today's the date. We'll always believe. Senorita, that's what I said. Keep it real. I won't be led. We're about that life, love, and everything in between. Damn, dog, it's pretty nuts,
All right,
dog.
so think about like,
Damn,
and
dog.
think about a resume. Think about some shit you don't know or you want to learn about, like
Right.
shit like that. But I mean, that's just like one thing, and it just gives you an option of tell me a joke. You can tell me a joke. I don't know.
Damn, man, that's pretty nuts, man. So I guess ChatGPT works, ladies and gentlemen. Keep using it, man. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if it's a
Yeah.
thing they'll keep using. I mean, so they.
It's
you know,
scary,
is it cheating?
dog.
Is it cheating?
Yeah,
Is-
I mean, like I won't consider artwork from ChatGPT authentic. You know, like you know what I'm saying. Like to me, there's value in struggle, right? Like
right. That's
it's a
part of
human
the art.
struggle. That's part
That's
of
part
the
of the
art.
art. Right. So yeah, but I don't know. The functionality is cool.
Yeah, man.
Maine, shout out to Maine.
Big shout out
What's
to
up,
Maine, man.
Maine?
Okay, man. Another thing I wanted to talk about real quick, dog. A ver, ¿qué onda?
You put me on ChatGPT.
Oh, dog, and last but not least, dog, did you hear, dog, that Ancestry.com?
I did hear that. Shit.
Yeah, dog, it was bought by Blackstone. That's the shit I always be telling people, dog. I never trusted 24-hour fitness when they try to get my fucking fingerprints, dog. But now they own, what does that mean, dog? Blackstone is basically the biggest, like, firm in the world, right? They're the ones who own, they're a giant hedge fund, right? And they own, like, 50% of everything, of, like, Apple, of, like, fucking Microsoft, you know? And people, you know, they gave their DNA information, dog, you know, like, what you saying? Like, that's the real estate of the future, like the human body, the human genome, right?
That's it.
That's some fucking scary shit, dog, you know? Fuck, what do people think about that, dog? Like, who has rights to it? Because, like, that's a world that doesn't have rights yet. Like, who can they clone you and shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people say Joe Biden's a clone. Have you seen those videos about Joe Biden being a clone? They're kind of, you know, they're kind of crazy, dog, you know what I'm saying? Who else was a clone? Gucci Mane? Right? Kanye was supposedly a clone. Who else? I mean, you know what I'm saying? So, fucking watch out, dog. Like I always tell people, dude. Like I always like to get on the wave late, dog. Like giving up your DNA, but people don't care, dog. People just like people gave up their fingerprints, dog. People don't give up that DNA real fast, dog. You know, unfortunately, dog. So, don't be giving your fingerprints to everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be giving up the ass so quickly, man. Just for because it's a cool new app. Because now dude, if Blackstone owns, you know, dude, like, what kind of repercussions are we talking about? I don't even think people even think about it, you know.
It's not, they don't think that far deep.
If they, you know, they can.
Having your DNA, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
They have access to
you in every way, dog. You know, to your bloodline, to where it's all kind of weird, scary shit, dog. And we don't even Blackstone. Like you, even when you think Blackstone, there's not a person you think of. It's not like even like Apple, you think of, or like Facebook, you think of Zuckerberg, right? When you think of Blackstone, who you think of? I have no fucking idea. Suits. I even think of like fucking some scary ass fools in black suits. You know what I'm saying? I always confused it with Blackwater. Remember Blackwater? It was like that independent, like mercenary shit. Ladies and gentlemen, we are living in the future, man. Like, you know, remember that Superman movie that came out? Superman 1, the one they remade with the new fool. And it was like in the future, where the people from another planet, all the humans were made like in pods. There was like no more parents. And you heard that shit that Joe Biden said? He was like, they're our children, they're not your children. Like in the future, though, they're gonna just fucking have people. They want people to just come out of like DNA pods, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like the government will pick who comes out. They'll fucking have embryos in hospitals, dog. You know what I'm saying? It'll be like, if we don't want anybody to be sick, dog, and it'll be like fucking everybody will be like 6'3", blonde hair, blue eyes and shit. Fucking crazy shit, dog. Rabbit holes like a motherfucker. We're not even there yet, man. A ver, ¿qué onda? A ver, what's next, man? That's it, man. For the news of the day, you know what? I just got the meme of the week, man. And the meme of the week, ladies and gentlemen, it's big for health leaders. I got a picture here of the health leaders of each country. America's, Belgium's, Canada's, and Britain. And they're all overweight, ladies and gentlemen. You know, it's almost like it's like the farce world that we live in today, right? We live like in a clown world, Hank. Like, dog, what happened, dog? Everything has gone fucking upside down, dog. These are the health leaders. These are people who are in charge of our health in each country. Do they look healthy to you? Are they the picture of health? They're not, dog. Oh, fuck, they're clowning us, bro. So that is the news, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for checking in with Czaleo Cienfuegos, Brown Burgundy. That is it. All right, man. Up next, we got If I ruled the world, that's right, baby. Imagine that. I free all my sons. All right, man. If I ruled the world, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if I ruled the world, if I was in charge of the world, I've had this little thought, Hank.
What's that?
You know what's so sad, dog? It's almost like we live in comic book times, right? But you know what? Like, I always kind of believe in the Boy Scout, dog. You know, I had my Brandon Walsh theory, man. There's always some white guys who do the right thing and shit, right? But you know what? There isn't, dog, and it's disappointment, dog. Like,
What?
It disappoints me. It disappoints me that it hasn't happened, right? If I ruled the world, dog, I don't. This is some crazy shit, right? This is some shit that shouldn't be allowed, but should be allowed, dog. But I think that the times need it, dog. I would have like my own special like Justice Avengers League, right? But like, you know, even this might even be a good idea for like a movie, right? Like, what if there was like people got together, like there was throughout. Remember, like in Batman movie, the first Batman with Kristen Bale. Remember the first Batman where that fool? They had that the League of. Remember that League of Shadows? That their job was to come and every now and then they cleanse the cities. I think that shit was kind of dope, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like if there was like, there should be like the secret fools of like ex-Navy people who like, or like whenever there's corrupt judges, whenever there's through vaults everywhere around this country, dog. There's fucking injustices that are always done that people get away. But what if there was like
tier?
Yeah, what if there was another tier of the secret police, dog? The secret Men in Black, dog. Like you remember the movie The Departed? Remember The Departed with the Irish fools? With the Irish fools in Boston, remember? Remember at the end that fool right when Matt Damon thought he got away with it? This motherfucker Mark Wahlberg, remember? I think his name was like Keegan or Coogan, some Boston ass fool, remember?
Right.
Remember? He came and he got justice, remember? The movie ends right when Damon thought he got away with it. Nada, he was puta. That fool kills him, dog, remember?
That's right.
That shit exists in real life, dog. Like this fucking secret justice police, dog. Like my secret justice Avengers,
I
dog.
want to be part of it.
Would you be part? You know what I'm saying? Look,
Yeah.
like imagine that. Like everybody knew that there was like, look, dog. Like you can get away with shit, dog, but you're not gonna really not get away with shit, dog. You know, like it was like this thing, like the Punisher, dog. Like, but for real justice, dog. Wouldn't that fucking be dope, dog?
Sick.
It'll have to be secret. It can't be. It has to be some like I'm the king of the world. I have this elite unit of Boy Scouts that I know that when they see it, like there's fucking legalities I can't get through it or whatever the fuck, right? Because we still have to have like the image of being fucking of the justice. Even if I'm the king of the world, I have to let the people under me believe that there's like laws and shit, right? I'm not like, look, it's very fair, right? But I got this secret elite unit, dog, that when fucking people get away with straight injustice, some rapists,
I'll give you an example of who
some
would
corruption.
Who would deserve that?
Who?
Immediately I gravitate to the homie in that documentary on Netflix.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? How you guys doing? All right. Who? The full documentary on Netflix? Who?
On Netflix where they tortured that little boy.
Those Hispanic people that killed that little boy, Julian Gonzalez.
Yeah,
no, not
him, the
little kid.
Stepdad or
Oh yeah, dog. Yeah.
Bro, I would have.
That fool would be Epstein already, dog. Straight up and down, dog. Right?
Bro.
Right? I know that sounds like some, but this is the name of the segment is if I ruled the world, okay? Which I don't. So not if I was elected. Not if I was democratically elected to a position. You know what I'm saying? If I was the king, I'd have an elite unit that would make sure that when there are injustices done, justice would get motherfucking done, dog. What you think, Hank? Dope, right? All right, dope. All right, dog. All right, man. Dope. We got a lot of people logging in on the live, man. Thank you. What's up, everybody? 50. Episode 50, 50. We made it to 50. Thank you so much. We keep moving on. Czaleo Knows It All. Check us out on the YouTube. Comment, like, and subscribe. We're trying to get monetized up in this motherfucker so I can buy nicer shirts, you know what I'm saying? All right, man. Moving on. That was If I Ruled the World, right? Yeah. Our next segment, everybody's favorite segment. Oh, sure. Play some 50. Everybody play some 50 at home. If you're at home, play some 50 Cent in honor of the 50th episode Hold on, let me take this picture off. Bada bing, bada boom. How's everybody feeling out there? Feeling good? Happy 2023, everybody. In the middle of it, I guess New Year's shit. But happy summer, man. The sun's coming out.
Summer?
Yeah, man. It's been looking sunny the last couple of days, which is super dope. All right. Everybody's favorite segment. That's a great fucking move. All right. It's a great fucking movie, man. And today's movie is a real special movie in that category that I like, which is the 80s, 90s genre. The masculinity was dope, but men were strong, right? Women look good. And it was simple and dope. All right. Let me see here. Hold on a second. All right, man. The great freaking movie of the week is a movie called The Running Man. Did you see The Running Man, Hank? Classic movie starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, man. Yeah, man. It's a movie about a dystopian future, which is always interesting, right? It's about a gentleman, right? It's about a dude named, what was the name of his character? Ben Richards, right? So you know what? Here's a couple of fun facts about this movie, man. This actually was a book written by Stephen King. People don't put this in the category of Stephen King movies, but it was. What's up, man? So, Running Man was actually it was a book written by Stephen King originally, and then it was adapted, right? So they kind of changed it. In the regular book, his character was like a kind of a loser guy, and in the future, man, people don't have money, and they're just crazy ass game show that people go on that's like life and death. But the show's a bunch of lies. They, you know what I'm saying? They actually be killing people, right? But he goes on there in the book. He goes on there because he's desperate for his wife and his daughter. But in this movie, it's dope because he's like a good guy. They started off over Bakersfield. He's over at I always remember that was the first time I thought about this place called Bakersfield. Shout out to my boy Jaime, who lives in Bakersfield. That was the first time I ever heard of it. So in the beginning of the movie, it comes in, and then Schwarzenegger's he's flying over, and then he gets like an order from the cop. They're like, there are all these people protesting for food, and he's like, just shoot them all. And he's like, I'm not gonna fucking do that, you know. And they're like, you motherfucker, you do what we say. He's like, all right. So he refuses, but then they set him up. And it shows like how the news and like lies and shit. So they sent him to prison and shit, right? Yeah, dog. So you know what? Let me show everybody a little bit of the trailer.
Great fucking move.
Hold on a second. The movie's The Running Man. Hold on a second, guys. I'm getting better at the StreamYard. Sharing my screen. Bada bing, bada boom. Bada bing. I'll put the volume for a little bit.
In the year 2017, an innocent man accused of a crime has a choice: hard time or prime time.
Sensational. Perfect contestant. I want him.
He must pay or play the running man.
On your mark.
I'll be back.
Go!
All right, so like I said, I don't want to play too much sound because I don't want to get taken down, man. But I'll keep talking about it, right? So it's a trip, right? So then, so he ends up getting arrested. He tries to escape. He gets arrested, but then he escapes off this crazy ass base. You remember the scene they always had that always tripped me out? That they had these collars where if you escape, your head would pop off. It was scary. It was part of that movie. It was like they would put it in the future. They had these collars, and if you try to escape, your head would just explode. But he somehow gets away, dog. It was crazy. When
Right.
Remember? Yeah. When he escapes 6 months later, he goes to find his brother, and it turns out that his brother. This is what I'm telling you, though. I'm scared. Like fucking, the future's coming like that. The secret police, since he got arrested, the secret police already took his brother out. So when he gets to his apartment, the legendary Miss Maria Conchita Alonso is there, right? If you know anything about 80s and 90s, you know about Miss Maria Conchita Alonso. She ran the 80s, okay? She ran the 80s, okay? A little bit of Beyonce, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of Selena, a little bit of everything. She had that little accent. Big shout out to Miss Maria Conchita Alonso. So he runs into her. She gets involved by accident. So he gets arrested. But then they see him when he's at the airport, how he escapes the cops and shit. Hold on a second. So let me see here. Let me stop sharing the screen. And I'll keep playing it in the background, so with no volume. Right? So So he escapes. So at the airport, he does this big escape, and then the fucking fool who runs this TV show called The Running Man sees him. He's like, "Oh man, that fool's a great specimen." So then the news sets him up, and they say that he kills 2 people in the airport when he did it, and they set up Maria Conchita Alonso. So now she's fucking forced to be in this game too. So this game that they play is like in the future. It's like fucking The Price is Right. And then the host of this movie, man, the bad guy,
That's right.
he's just TV. He was a real TV. Who's the host of The Price is Right? No, or the dating game, a bunch of shit, right, for a bunch of years. And the guy he plays is pretty much he plays himself, man. But he's like this crazy. Remember, who do you love? I love you. And who do you love, right? He's fucking dope, dog. He does a great job in it. He was always a TV actor, but he got in this movie role, right? So, this game, dog, what they do is like this hunting game. Like in the future, people want to see people get hunted down, and they have all these like crazy wrestlers, these crazy characters like Jesse the Body Ventura, right? And all these buff fools. They're like Captain America superheroes who hunt down people. But what happens is that the TV, they tell the audiences that people at the end of the show survive, but they don't. They actually get murdered and shit, right? So then it's like this dystopian future. So then Schwarzenegger's stuck in it, dog, and he got to survive, man. So like I told you, I can't tell you the whole movie, man, but it's such a dope movie, man. Another little fun fact about this movie, I got a couple of them, dog. Let me see here. Originally, dog, Christopher Reeve was gonna play this role. Christopher Reeve was gonna play this role instead of Schwarzenegger, dog, and it was supposed to be more like a regular guy. But he ended up taking a big ass contract with to make Superman 4 and this other movie called like Street Smarts or some shit like that. And then you know what's funny, dog? There's just one scene. Oh, you know what? Let me share this one more time. Let me show you something that's funny, dog. That I was at the time I didn't get it, dog, but then looking into it, I found this out. Let me see. There's just one scene, dog, where there's just remember. Oh, so then because then once Schwarzenegger's once he's inside the world, he starts beating the fools, and there's like this underground war that's trying to take over the satellites and give like the people the truth and shit, right? So then in this one scene,
Bro, I haven't seen this shit in a minute.
nigga, it's dope,
It sounds
yeah.
so dope,
It's
bro.
so dope.
And I remember everything you're telling me.
Right.
And now, I'm putting it like you said, putting in the times of right now. Like we're here.
Yeah. It's almost like this, you know, it's prophetic and shit. You know, let me see. Hold on.
This shit crazy.
Right? You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like it's funny how things are kind of parallel. This all takes place in 2017, which is already passed. Let me see. So look. So this scene right here, he goes and he meets, there's like this underground movement and shit, right? So this guy right here, you know who that is?
24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
He doesn't look like
I
him.
worry about the kids. The network shuts down the schools.
Hey, that's what the legendary actor too, right? Yaphet Kotto.
Brainwashed by the TV.
Yaphet Kotto's a G. Remember this?
We jam the network once we find the uplink to the
This
satellite.
guy. Watch. Well, that old guy, he takes away the thing. Look,
Burn my songs.
the
People
CD.
like you took this country, turn it into a jail.
We don't
People
want
like you burn my songs and
He's a
turn this
cop.
country into a jail. You know who that is? That's Mick Fleetwood from Fleetwood Mac. You know what I'm saying? People didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? So Fleetwood Mac is a big band. You know what I'm saying? Did they present the show? Which is amazing, dog. You know what I'm saying? So so one of the freedom fighters. So even like they kind of connected. Like in the future, he was like a musician whose shit got like censored. It was like about censorship in the future and shit like that, right? So, anyways, man, Running Man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Maria Conchita Alonso. The fool who, you know that the fool from Starsky and Hutch directed this movie. He directed this movie. Stephen King wrote the book and hated the way that Starsky and Hutch directed the movie. And then Schwarzenegger hated the way that Hutch directed the movie and shit. Also, which is weird. But he ended up not being happy with the final cut. So anyway, that's a little bit of weird trivia about that movie, man. But just a great movie, man. A great ending too, man. Like, hey, I'm telling you, it goes awesome once you get into the characters in those fools. How do you know all these details? Christopher Reeves had another movie to do exclusive. That's right. And so it's all right here, big dog. Well, and on YouTube, I'm cheating. I be cheating, dog. But you know, just stuff that I love, man. AI, dog. I'm making my own AI, dog. That's the truth. You got to do your own AI, ladies and gentlemen. You got to be your own AI. All right, man. So that's the great fucking movie of the week, man. Great movie. All right, man. So let's move on, man. Our next segment is a big segment, a segment that people. Oh man, I didn't get enough pictures about this, dog. Actually, but I guess I'm gonna have to talk about it a lot, dog.
You don't have no Q Wi-Fi.
What's up? I'll play it right here. Are you guys ready to go down the rabbit hole? The rabbit hole of conspiracy with me, dog? And we're going to go down a real weird rabbit hole today, dog. You know what? I should have got more pictures, dog. And you know what? It makes me sad because this is somebody I was always a real big fan of, man. Have you ever gone down the rabbit hole of Puff Daddy and his circle of death? Puff Daddy and his circle of death, ladies and gentlemen. Have you ever gone down that rabbit hole, man? It all starts right now, most recently, if you heard about Jamie Foxx, right? Right now, there's a lot of stuff going around in the internet, right, that he has something to do with Jamie Foxx. There's been a lot of rumors about Puff Daddy's sexuality, right? He tries to get people to do certain things. 50 Cent, celebrating our 50th show, right? 50 Cent is always talking about, he's always kind of hinting about Puff Daddy, right? Mace, all kind of people. Everybody, people look back, people be like, oh, black heroes, people be like Russell Simmons, Def Jam, and fucking Pat Boy. All those people ended up broke. Everybody who was on Bad Boy ended up broke, right? Biggie's dead or in jail. G-Dep went to jail. Black Rob is dead. You know what I'm saying? But beyond that, Hank, beyond that, let's think beyond. What made Puffy Uptown Records? Andre Harrell dead. Heavy D died young.
Yeah.
The dude, what's the dude's name? The fool who was the artist, dog. Spring Lover, Stevie B. No, is it Stevie B? One of the dudes out there was is it Spring Lover?
Oh no, I'll be sure.
I'll be sure. Had a weird heart attack, barely survived. They say, dog, you know, and then also Puff. Everybody,
I'll be sure. It's what X, right? It used to be with Puff too, right?
no, people say that Puff's his second son is actually Albie Shore's son. He looks just like Albie Shore. One of his sons, that's Diddy's sons. People say that's Albie Shore's son. And then also, like, everybody who started that first company with him, they're all dead. And there's also his wife. Remember his wife, Kimora or something like that? Not Kimora, but he had a wife that died recently. The one that was the one he was always kind of with in the background. She also died mysteriously, dog. So everybody who was Uptown Records, who was that power thing, who started it all around Puffy is dead. Everybody in Bad Boy is fucking dead or broke or in jail. Sean Puffy Combs. Between Biggie, I always say that Biggie and Tupac died because of Puffy and Suge's beef. And who came out of, let's talk about the where's Suge? In jail for life, or almost. Biggie and Tupac are dead. Who remains? Who remains? Sean Puffy Combs. So, ladies and gentlemen, when you have a chance, do your own investigation, like we always like to say in this show, right? We like to give you tidbits here. We're not going to go too deep.
Damn, son, where'd you find
this? Do your own research, all right? But Sean Puffy Combs, an interesting rabbit hole, accusations. Jamie Foxx, rest in peace. I mean, we'll get Bell soon, hopefully, man. Oh, we got a comment. That fool, let me see. Coming after Dave Chappelle. Oh, shit, Puffy's coming after him? Oh, hell no. Nah. I hope not, man. Watch out, Dave Chappelle. But Puffy, dude, everybody around him ended up really bad. Just like the Clintons, dog. How many people, the Clintons, how many of you people got 34 people that have suicided themselves around you? Pretty weird, right? Sean Puffy Combs. He don't get his way. They say he makes it happen, dog. You know what's another story, dude, that I always do? Do you remember this thing, Hank, dog? Let's see if you remember this, dog. There was always this rumor, and it always bothered me, bro. Anybody out there remember this, dog? There was this one time, dog. Remember when Def Jam was really hot? Before Jay-Z became the president, there was this one dude who came up. There was this one guy that he was like a cool guy. He was, right before they gave it to Jay-Z, they gave it like this interim guy that he was the one that came up with, he helped Rick Ross come up. He ended up suiciding himself, right? There was this rumor that somebody got him on, like, they made him do some gay stuff, and then they got him on tape, and then he couldn't, and then they were gonna betray. Remember, they never talk about him no more, dude. I'm gonna look into him, dude. But
Kevin Lyles.
not it was like it was in between the big names. He was like this guy that was coming up, and he was this guy who was like a genuinely like cool South. I've always hip hop is really East Coast college kids. He went to like Howard. You know what I'm saying? He was like,
there was some secret on.
Yeah, and he was like an actual. But then they said that they made him do something dirty. He didn't want. And then they called him like, we're gonna tell your kids and all that. He just killed himself. So anyway, dog, that's another little tangent, dog. Look into it when you guys get a chance, man. What's up, Barlos? That is nuts. Yeah, what's up, man? For sure, man. What's up? Wall, what's cracking, big dog? All right, man. Good love. What's up to everybody, man? Thank you for checking in on the YouTube too, man. So yeah, man. Rabbit hole, man. Sean Puff Daddy Combs, man. That dude's a suspicious character. He seems to be a bit of a snake. What's funny, I always wanted to sign Bad Boy Records. When I was a rapper, dude, I wanted to be like Hispanic fool. I pretty much thought I was Mason in high school, dog. I thought it was like that Hispanic Mason shit, dog. I was a big Puffy fan. Let me tell you a funny story, man. One thing that I didn't grow up with my pop, but it's one of those funny things you remember. I remember that being at when it was, you know, it was like my team when Puff Daddy was tight was right by 9th grade and all that, right? So it was tight. I remember that I went to the Sam Goody with him. He took me to the mall, and I was really into it. He noticed that I was into it. And then later on, he asked me, he was like, hey, he was like, buy whatever. But he noticed that I didn't notice that he noticed what I bought. And later on, he asked me, he was like, hey, you still listen to Puff Daddy? He's like, so yes, I said Puff Daddy. I was amazed that he paid attention to what I bought. You know what I'm saying? So I always had that little fucking real funny memory. Anyway, tangent. All right, man. The rabbit hole of the week, there, ladies and gentlemen. Sean Puffy Combs. Oh, and then I wanted to go back on an old rabbit hole, man, because it happened, you know, this week, man. But the Unabomber, man. We've talked about the Unabomber before on this show. Ted Kaczynski. He supposedly killed himself this week, man. And there's a lot of rumors that even that might be suspect, dog, you know? Like, why would he kill himself? That's like not his style and shit, you know what I'm saying? If you read into the Unabomber's readings, even now there's a whole theory that it wasn't even him, dog. The Unabomber, the Unabomber is a Berkeley professor, right? Harvard graduate. He was in the highest elite levels, right? But he wrote a book where he told exactly what's happening now about the technocracy that's coming and the dangers of what happens when it falls into the hands of leftists, you know? People say that, you know, even that whole thing, like, oh, there's this guy, crazy bomber attacking technology. Nah, that's a story that we heard to make you think that it's nuts to attack technology. But this was spoke a lot of truth. Like, right when he wrote his book, all of a sudden he became the bomber came out, right? So, and the things he's saying now, man, like, you know, about what's coming next, he pretty much predicted it, dog. So maybe it was a time to silence him. Has anybody heard about this, man? Anybody else into this stuff, man? But the Unabomber, man, I think if you actually see his writings, if you were to see his writings and not know it was him, you'd be like, dude, this fool's on point. He fucking tells the whole about exactly what the technocracy that's coming, about everybody will be addicted, you know, and how the left, like, if they're not empowered with technology, they will hate it. But the minute they get it, they're gonna be the worst, man, right? Because they're gonna use it for its ultimate power, and it could really kill us, you know. So Ted Kaczynski is just and you know what is also he was part of
his brother's part.
Oh, that's what I'm gonna tell about him later. His brother fucking sold him out like a bitch. His brother sold him out, man. He's the one that told on him. That's actually going to be my...
I thought his brother's saying that. Now he's saying that some of that shit doesn't match, right? Or no?
Is he? I don't know.
No,
I don't know that part, dog. But Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber, is somebody that I think that history will, depending who wins, right, will end up vindicating. I think that he ended up being right about a lot of stuff. He's not some clown. He's not some kook. He was actually... Oh, but the part I was saying, dog, that he was also fucked. Like, two things that really fucked him up in life, dog. Like I always tell you, the medical field, man, they're just people would make decisions. They're not gods. He was a kid. He got some disease. He got something with that where when he was like 6 months old or like 2 years old, something like that. He had to like be away from humans. So he spent like 6 months where nobody even touched him or hugged him. And after that, his mom said he was never the same. Of course, they fucked him up. It was some diagnosis. He had some disease, right? Just like right now, they made everybody not touch each other, right? And then though also he was a part of MK Ultra. He was a part of the MK Ultra experiments, dog. And I think that they also, there's also the theory if he did do it, like if you're part of MK Ultra, they knew how to trigger you to do stuff. They did know mind control, dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, the 60s ends up being such a revolutionary time in that the bad people took over, the sexual deed, everything it all went to shit. You know what I'm saying? But also the things that the countries are moving, and it's just this incredible time, dog. So damn, dog. Ted Kaczynski is another rabbit hole. We have a time, guys. Like I said, we don't have time here to go over detail. But when you have some time, man, go into Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber. You'll definitely be entertained, man. Moving on. Things your daddy should have taught
you right now, but I'm not. What I'm doing is I'm trying to teach you how to be responsible. It's like your little friends across the street, they don't have anybody to show them how to do that. They don't. You're gonna see how they end up too.
All right, man. Things your daddy should have taught you for June 20th, 2023. Things your daddy should have taught you. A little segment we have here for food that didn't grow up with dads. I got bad lessons. Today's lesson, here I have a picture of Cain and Abel. Oh, is it popping up? You see it? Okay, Cain and Abel, man. Never betray your brother, man. Speaking of Ted Kaczynski, you know who brought him down? His brother did, dog. His own flesh and blood. He recognized his writings, and he called the FBI on him, dude. Unforgivable, dog, you know? I don't give a fuck, dog. You know what I'm saying? And now, unless you just can't, that's why I like another thing I respect about Andrew Tate is him and his bro, how tight they are. You know what I'm saying? That bond they got, man, is mad respectable, in my opinion, you know? They're fucking dope, man. But you can't betray your bro, man. If anything, dog, I think you remember the movie of Mice and Men?
Yeah.
If anything, man, I think that if your bro were to do something like the most terrible thing, right? Let's say they were like rapists or something like that, right? You got to take them out yourself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna turn them into the government, dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna turn them into a jail so they go up there and suffer. You know what I'm saying? Even if they're wrong, dog. If they're wrong, you gotta handle it. You know what I'm saying, dog? When it comes to your brother, dog, you can't turn in your bro. It's unforgivable. It's low character, you know. You gotta go to him. You just can't, dog. You know. You just can't, dog. So if anything, your daddy should have taught you, never snitch on your bro, never turn on your brother, because family's all you got, man. You know, and if your brother's doing something completely despicable where he should go out, you know, make sure you're the one to pick him up. You and yours.
You can say still let the army of warriors that you have, the justice warriors, still take action.
Right. Maybe, dog. You know, I'm gonna take him out mercifully. As my brother, the least I can do is take him out mercifully, right? Like, I own that at least, right? I don't want nobody else to put their hands
That's
on
right.
me.
That's right. Mafia.
Yeah.
Mafia take care of themselves.
Never betray your bro, man. Unforgivable, low character. All right, man. Moving on. Good? All right, we're going to move on to the overall lowering of standards. You got it? All right, man. The overall lowering of standards is actually kind of funny, man. It's something funny that has happened. Have you guys heard about the NCAA's? They got what you call a hot girl problem. So you guys know how the NCAA did the NIL, right? So there's what's happening though, dog, is on the women's side. On the men's, I told you how things are not fair, man. So on the men's side, the people who get paid the most are people who are good players, right? The best players get big NIL deals, right? On the women's side, it's not the best players. No, it's the prettiest players. Huh?
Tell me what it is.
It's the prettiest girls. It's the most beautiful girls, right?
Wait a minute.
No. Yeah, dog.
No, hold on.
Yeah, dog.
The prettiest girls.
Yeah. So instead of being equity and and equality, right?
So it's the same thing being done, just a different form, right?
Yep.
It's the same shit.
Yep. And then it's funny because then it's like this world that we live in. We have to be confused all the time because like women, it's like it's not good to be sexual, but when it's like you sexual, we shouldn't be sexualized. But when you can make a gang of money, it's okay to be sexualized. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it just, but it's also hilarious in a way. It's hilarious. You know, it's like what you guys get. You know, it's like this farce world. It doesn't make sense, right? So now you know what's gonna happen is girls who are not as attractive are gonna complain, right? So it's just out of control. That's why I told you, like this NIL shit, it's out of control, man. It's not funny, but I find it to be hilarious, you know. And God bless them, because also these girls, they're not gonna be WNBA players. So they can make this money right out of these 2-3 years. These girls transfer from Fresno to go to Miami to be kind of more sexy, and it worked, you know. Good for them, you know. And these girls from Oklahoma, they're doing it big, man. So God bless them. Something I found kind of funny. Let me know in the comments if you think this is funny, man. What you guys think about that? What's up, Jesse? What's cracking, big dog? What's up? So we're wrapping up almost, man. A ver qué más tenemos, Hank.
I'm having bad look.
True. You got bad audio or me?
Bad Wi-Fi.
You okay? So that's really, you know what, though? Okay. So you know what? We're gonna kind of this is just a couple of random stuff I kind of want to talk about, man. One thing I want to talk about right now is Tucker Carlson, man, who I think is kind of really interesting right now. I don't have a picture, man. I think he's such an interesting person right now, man, because he's not with Fox, right? He's telling the truth. I know that like a lot of Hispanic people, we all think of Tucker Carlson in like in the late 90s. He had the bow tie, man, but he's actually a really smart guy, man. He has really interesting things to say, and he's like, fuck the world right now, you know? Him, Bill Maher right now, if like, you guys, people got to understand, like, things are changing, right? I didn't, and then I did, and then I hated him, and now he's finally being smart. He doesn't want to admit how much, but all his shit now, he's pretty much a Republican these days. His latest shit, now, he hates all the woke. But the thing about it, it sucks because he realized like 5 years too late. He's one of the people that let all that shit happen. But now he's like, but now he's fully realized that he fucked up. Like all the latest shit, bro, the people he has on, he's like, we gotta stop this shit. He realized it was a fucking woke mind virus, right? But it's a little bit too late. So what was I talking about? Not Bill Maher. I was talking about Tucker Carlson, him too, right? Like, you know, the most interesting people, dog. Like I'm telling people, dog. If you're most Hispanic people, you still politically think the exact same way you did at 18. There has to be growth. There has to be change, right? Tucker Carlson is moving. You know what I'm saying? Who do we just talk about? Bill Maher. Move. You have to be able to move. You know, you have to be able to be. You can't be stuck on one side, man. You know, so I find he has a show on Twitter now. He got like almost 1 billion views, bro. He blew away all the news. He went on there saying that the CIA killed Kennedy. He's saying that aliens are out there. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker's out there, and that's what I don't understand about people. Like, people don't want revolutions. Donald Trump came and told you, I want a rich fool. I'm telling you, these fools are corrupt. I used to give them money. People are like, nah. Tucker Carlson comes out like, hey, bro, this fuck. Well, these are people who are insiders who come and tell you, and then you guys are like, nah, everything's cool. You know what I'm saying? Right. Believe the Democrats. It's fucking amazing, dog, you know? But I find Tucker Carlson to be an interesting actor in these next couple of days because they're also trying to shut him down, too, because the elections are on their way now, you know? They're going to try to shoehorn Biden, right? So supposedly, right? So interesting shit, man. I find Tucker Carlson to be highly interesting right now. You know what? Did you want to talk about the stuff? I didn't get a chance to about the weather stuff, dog, with the rabbit hole.
No, but you know what I wanted? It just reminded me.
Yeah.
Of shit that you talked last week with right now with the media with bringing the Tucker Carlson. In Glendale, they were protesting today. Today there was a big protest regarding the school system.
Again, the Glendale?
Yeah, a big one today.
What happened? You know what the result was? Anybody let us know what happened in Glendale, man? Who won that battle right there? What's going to happen, man? May God be with those parents.
And the people of Glendale, they're tired of it. The parents are tired of it. They're like, nope, we don't want that in our school.
Right. All right, man. I was going to talk about Greek letter organizations, ethnic, Hispanic, and Black people, but I'll do it another day, man.
That's big too.
Oh, remember, I want to talk about. Okay, so here's my overall theory right now. If anybody wants to know what's my overall theory about what happened, what is happening in the world right now, and this is always moving, right? You know, I'm season Leo, and I'm gonna just tell you kind of where I'm at right now, right? So, this is what I'm thinking, dog. I'm thinking that what's gonna happen, dog, is that like right now it's all this climate change fucking bullshit. They're gonna make it like the end of the world mixed with or aliens, and the people that was gonna save was gonna be AI, and AI is then gonna become the new god. That's what they're trying to do. I feel like they're failing. I feel like we're all waking up. I feel like the internet got away from them, like my boy Sam Tripoli says. But that's what they're gonna try to do. They're gonna try to make it so that AI solves some kind of giant. They're gonna make a problem that we all have to unite under, right? We're one world, which will be aliens, right, or a fucking giant, you know, like you said, they control the weather and shit, right? LA's been weird how it's fucking been the fucking coldest year ever and shit, right? And the solution is gonna be AI, and then we're all gonna bow down to AI as this all powerful knowing thing, which it isn't. Right, it's gonna be controlled by somebody, but everybody's fucking dumb and they're gonna fucking bow down, dog. That is kind of my theory right now of the status of the world. What do you guys think? Anybody else have a better theory? Right, this whole WEF, World Economic Forum, that's what they're trying to get to. They're trying to make it so that we all become one government, we all give up our weapons, and AI is our king and our god, and because we trust the science, and the same people who tell us there's 55 genders. Right? That's what I kind of where I'm at right now, big dog.
I can see that.
As we see that. That's what you think. Hey, that's solid? Semi-solid? Okay, that's what I think, man. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Season Leo Knows It All. Thank you for joining us for our 50th episode. Check it out on YouTube on the replay it. Log into the channel, Season Leo Knows It All, Season Leo Cienfuegos. Look for it on YouTube. Look for it. The link is in the bio. Much love to everybody. We'll see you soon. I got a little comedy set going on tomorrow, Wednesday. I'll let you know how it goes. Your dog Season Leo, Hank. From my boy Hank, peace and love to you all. Thank you for watching. Log in, click, subscribe, comment. Much love.